Hi everyone, welcome to the second panel of the Startup Summit. Kuldeep, why don't you take this? Mr. Silas, I think, is not coming from his stall. That's what his assistant is telling me, but if we have him mid-panel, we'll make him join. But thank you so much, welcome. So first, I would really request you both to introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Suksagar. I am Director Agiology Clinics. So we are into skin clinics basically, and skin and cosmetics, which includes all the aesthetic procedures.
Tabby, you haven't come. So sorry to
That's
interrupt.
okay. That's okay.
I saw him just meandering about, please.
So just in the field of making people more beautiful.
Hi, this is Kuldeep, and I am Chief Strategy Officer for Sankal Foods. Sankal Foods basically is into restaurants, so that is our core competency. We are a well-known South Indian chain and currently spread in almost 14 countries with over 260 plus stores. And we have been, over the past 10 odd years, we have been expanding into ready-to-eat products, as in like dal makhani, gravies, and all those retail items. Apart from that, we also do some B2B selling. Recently, we have ventured into hotels, five-star hotels and three-star hotels. So that's about it.
Thank you. Tabby?
Hi, I'm Tabby Bhatia from Rune and Bearskin. We are into leather products. We are one of the biggest leather premium bespoke luxury brand, and we're a startup, very recently started brand, and we were one of the first brands to also serve the Indian cricket team in World Cup 2019, and since then the journey has been interesting. We have opened our 3 stores till now, and we are planning to open about 7 more this year, and that's the expansion plan for it. Very honored to be here.
Thank you, Tabby. So we'll start with you since you have the mic. Can you tell us what is the progression of this sudden requests for premium and bespoke products? Who
So-
is the customer today?
I would say the entire country is now a very good customer for premium products. Earlier times when fashion would come in US a year ago, and we would know that India would probably get it like after a year or two or something. With this change of Instagram and Facebook and social media coming in, the world has really changed. I mean, if you see a good product or a good fashionable product being worn in US last night, tomorrow morning India would get to see it and they would want it. And with the kind of content that you get to see online, where you get to see the brand's aesthetic, the story that they put behind, the workmanship that goes along. So everyone desires that premiumness. But of course, India has been missing out on that because we don't have premium Indian brands. India has been a mass brand country for a very long time. And that's exactly where we are also now trying to come in, where we were trying to give customers the super premium quality, but at the Indian premium pricings. And that is exactly what we've been trying to do. And our numbers with 70% returning customer coming from consistently from last 6 years is showing that people are accepting premiumness over mass products. They want to get that quality. They want to understand that service of everlasting products. They don't want a shoe which lasts them a season and then they have to throw it. They want a shoe that they can get refinished after years. They can, get their soles changed, and that service that comes with all international brands, which used to come with only premium products. And we are seeing a very very good hype and acceptance of premium brand. And thankfully, after lockdown, make in India brands are now getting accepted. World Cup was one of those examples where Indian cricket team chose us over all international brands. And of course, because of the quality, they eventually came back to us, and we served them for consistently 3 World Cups together, where they only wore our products and they carried it up. And it wasn't a sponsored deal, they bought it from us. So that's the acceptance that I can say that premiumness is getting, and Indian brands are also getting.
Fantastic. But it begs a question, why the name Brune?
So Brune basically means brown, and it's the formal side of life. So why brune and bearskin? So we generally discriminate. Not discriminate. We distinguish men with two kind. You will either find people who like to wear formals in every event, be it a casual event. So like a guy who would love to wear formals would, even in a casual event, would wear a linen short with a Loro Piana suede shoes and a linen shirt, and he'll always be very well formaled up. But then you also have those kind of people nowadays that you see a lot, which is Gen Zs, that they will be on a wedding wearing a sneaker with the tuxedo. You will see them wearing boots with coats, and weddings they will be wearing leather jackets. So what we say is that there are two kind of people, two kind of men in the world, in the world of fashion. And Brune is for those people who are all about formal, which is very inspired from a brand called Berluti. And bearskin, which means naked skin, which means being very comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to dress up for anything. So our brand basically serves both of those clientages. That's why it's called Brune and Bearskin. It's that one brand which will serve both those components of life.
That's interesting. You're serving both kind of and all
Had
age
to.
groups.
Right. Covers mostly everything.
So, Kuldeep, I'll come to you. Sankal Foods is a well-known South Indian brand and all, but you have expanded to different segments, different parts of the countries. So, what was your strategy of localizing the taste or the cuisine or adapting to, I mean, India is so diverse that even one pin code to the other is diverse. So, how did you adapt your strategy to expand?
See, we
Close.
so for, so first thing is that we made sure that we were always consistent with our taste and quality. When it comes to our core competency, that is the dosas, sambars, or chutneys, we never made any changes to that. But yes, adapting to the local cuisines. So what we introduced was, so let's say if at all we are opening a store in Mumbai, so we made sure that we have something on the platter which is local to the cuisine for Mumbai. So likewise, if we are opening in Delhi or let's say any other northern part of the country, or for example US or Canada, so we made sure that there's some sort of localization over in terms of, so let's say we don't serve liquor in in Gujarat. However, that's not the case. So our US stores and our Canadian stores are selling liquors. Even our UK store is selling liquor, right? So yes, so that is how we have it. But say per se, let's say changing of our authentic taste and all. So we have never tested that. So that has been consistent from past 44 years, and that's how it's going to remain.
And what is obviously 44 years is a huge legacy brand. So how the customer has changed. As Tabby just said, there are two kind of segments sitting right here. So how does this authenticity make you retain your customers generation over generation?
So if you, I mean, if you have traveled India, na, so you will see, multiple types of multiple tastes of sambar, right? So you go to Karnataka, it will be little sweeter. Move towards Andhra, more tangier and little spicy. Move towards Tamil Nadu, that to Chennai, it will be different. Coimbatore, it will be different. So we have very well adapted to the taste, which is very well prevalent in northern India and western India. So that is our forte, and so people vouch for our name. And even now, if you see our restaurants, so there is a waiting of around 1 hour. So people do wait there, and just to eat a dosa or idli. So generation on generation, this has been passing, and it's all the quality and taste, consistency in taste that we have been maintaining, and we charge premium price for that, and people are ready to pay that.
Lovely. So we'll come next to you. So, Dr. Suksagar, you said you're making beautiful women more beautiful. So who's your customer today? Because today in beauty industry, apart from makeup and personal care and all, even a 15-year-old is going to a clinic to get more beautiful, get flawless skin in that acne. So who's your customer today?
So I would say, like you said, so my customer is anybody starting from the age of 14 to the age of 60, I would say, 60, 65 also. So with the decline in mortality rate, of course, the aged population has increased, right? So number one is my customers who are aging, but they still want to maintain their looks, and they want to look good for the longest they can, right? So some of them are very particular. I mean, they don't want to age at all, so we work on them accordingly. And some of them just come for maintenance work, right? So they just want to age gracefully. So we cater to both. And if we talk about the other extreme, there are, I would say, children who are already into taking selfies and all that. So that's really increased the thing of they actually want to look good. And people come with the thing that they want a no makeup look, right? So they want to look good without any makeup. Their skins, they want their skins to shine without any makeup. So our clientele is all age group people actually, starting from 15 to 65, I would say.
Lovely. And what kind of innovative things are you doing at Ageology?
So we first of all we believe in a holistic care, right? So rather than just working on what the client or a patient is asking, so we they come to us, we counsel them out about their nutrition, their lifestyle changes, the of course any stress management that needs to be there. Then we have a look at their skin and see what all do they already have and what all do they need to achieve. So having the overall perspective, that's how we work, and we make a person more healthy internally and externally both. And also with the new times, we try to keep ourselves diverse. We have online consultations, then we also have an app where you can tell us about your skin, and then we guide you accordingly, and you can even purchase the products from the app. And of course the social media, we have to be super active all the time, because that's where people see what we are doing. And we totally believe in quality. I mean, I think I was one person in that area where I started complete quality skincare, because I never compromised on any of the products or the services.
Products you're creating yourself?
Yes, so we have just started creating the products. Initially, we were just picking out the best from the industry, and now we have started doing that.
Fantastic. So, Tabby, I'll come back to you. So, you spoke a lot about the customization, bespoke fashion, premium. So, does it hamper your scalability?
I would really, that's actually something that we also were very worried about in the beginning when I was trying to put bespoke luxury as my tagline. And, but I can tell you that from my consistent numbers, 70% of my sales are now off the shelf. But as I said earlier, bespoke has always helped us getting the first time accusation. You know, when a customer walks into your store, there are generally thoughts in his mind that he would wish that maybe this color was on this shoe, or maybe this component was on this, and then it would have become his type. As soon as you can say that I will do that for you, you have his 100% attention then, and his interest goes up right there and then. Eventually, they mostly end up buying off the shelf, because I mean that also depends on your designs, which we are very big in, because every guy who gets his product designed from us or for himself also becomes a new design for our catalog. So my customers are also my designers, which is also the best part, that the demanded product is the new design always. So it has never really helped us scale it, because all those customers that we got on bespoke for the first time are eventually coming and buying off the shelf. So scalability is not become an issue at all, though it was a concern, because that is how earlier traditional retail had always been. But I would always say, world has changed in last 10 years. Retail has changed entirely in last 10 years, and it is only and only going to change with social media, with all these delivery services, and people are now more about the service. Since if you see Zomato, Blinkit, all of that. I mean, they want everything on their doorstep. They want it how they like it. And if you can do that, you get their attention. And once you have their attention, then if your product has value in it, they will buy it. They will take it. So,
So you are both physical and online, right? So you have an
yes.
omni-channel strategy.
Totally.
And you're a
Totally.
startup. You're still a startup.
Yes,
with
we
three
are
stores.
very fresh.
So what is your success for the mantra? What is the mantra of your success?
I would say omni-channel is actually my mantra on this, because see, population is going to only increase every year, especially looking at metro cities. Traveling has become an issue. You can't go to a store very often nowadays because of the time structure, the traffics that you have, and all that. So omni-channel is one of the biggest reason for customers to have the scale with us, because now since we've offered them the omni-channel model, we tell them that you can buy online, exchange offline, vice versa. So it has started happening in such a way that they would once come to the store, they will get their touch and feel factor, they will try the product, they will understand the aesthetic, they'll check their shape and size, and after that they just keep ordering online. And for them to come to the store and pick up one shoe, they would rather order extras at home, and then if they don't like any, then they come for exchange of it, or they come for more assistance on it. And we've seen that trend happening much more. And since lockdown, a lot of there was a very big generation, which I say our father generation, who never believed in online. For them, this concept of waiting for a product and then returning it and waiting for it again was a big deal. They would say, कि, कौन करेगा इतना wait? We would
फर्जी
rather.
है.
हाँ, but they would say कि यार हम store पे जाके लेंगे. But they would not even end up going to the store for 3 months. But in lockdown, they were forced to buy online. They were forced to get the feeling of the service, that you can get it at home, you can return it from home. And now, since then, there's a very big population that has now come towards buying online, or buying, I would say, not just online, buying from an omni-channel model, wherein they would tell their son कि ये shoe मेरे लिए मंगवा दे. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. So that comfort is there. And just because of that, there is so much new customers that have come on base, and the data is only increased. So we feel omni-channel is one of the biggest reason for our success, because a lot of celebrities wear our products. They cannot come to my store at all very often. Especially if you have a store in malls, it's hard for celebrities to come there. But they once they're fitted into one of my shoes, now they sit home, their PR team, their assistants just keep ordering products, and we end up, spotting them and realizing that they bought it. We would not even get to know about it.
Absolutely. So, Kuldeep, what do you think are the food trends that you have witnessed in this last 1 year in India and abroad? Both from a restaurant point of view and your retail, you retail your chutneys and ready to eat. So is there any kind of trends that you've noticed that have come up in this last 1 year?
So last 1 year, not per se last 1 year, but after COVID, one thing is certain, that people are ready to spend, and the kind of disposable income, the kind of wages that have increased just post COVID. So yes, there is a lot of spending capacity in the market. So you can, if at all you are selling something which is good, you can demand premium over it, and people are ready to pay that premium. Apart from that, there is always there's a new trend for vegan and all. So that this is a new concept for at least Indians. But yes, especially when you are taught that ghee khana shuru se acha hota hai, but then a lot of Indians are assimilating that idea of veganism, and we also are, at some level in some foods we are trying to get that veganism thing, and so yes. Apart from that, yes. So we are building up a new concept, as in like, so we have three brands: Sam's Pizza, Sankalp, and Saffron. So we are trying to get all the three brands under one roof, create a food court kind of environment, and wherein we can realize economies of scale in terms of labor and manpower, and even the customers can come and enjoy all the taste under one single roof. So yeah, that's it.
Those are the trends. And what has worked? Which strategy of expansion has worked best for Sankalp?
So we generally operate in asset light model, wherein we sell our franchisees. How are we different is that so so speaking both on the top line and bottom line aspect of that. So let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say somebody owns a 50-seater restaurant, and per day they are doing like 5 sittings. So that is 250 odd people are coming to. So first thing, Sankalp is a fine dine South Indian restaurant. So we charge premium over for that. It's so 250 odd people multiplied by 30. So that is around 7,500 people. The kind of inflation that you're seeing right now, to maintain your bottom line and top line, bottom line, that is very difficult because you cannot keep on changing the prices daily. And the kind of swings that you see in the base material, that is pulses or oil that is used, so that is humongous. So what we do is that so that is one challenge. The other challenge is to maintain same consistency and taste. So be it US, be it Canada, be it UK, be it India, Gujarat, Delhi, wherever. So we have kind of centralized cooking. So wherein we like make food to 90% level and send that food, transfer that food to every restaurant that our franchisees. So it took us some time, like 20 odd years, to build that kind of logistics network wherein we can supply. So let's say if at all my franchisee in Sydney asks me something, so I'm ready to deliver that within next 15 or 20 days. So I have a tailor-made inventory management system and logistics management system wherein the order will be punched from Sydney. There will be no human interface from our side. The order will directly go to factory. They will prepare that order and book a frozen container, and that frozen container will travel to Sydney. Right? So it took us some time, like two or decades, but yes, we have mastered that. And in fact, uh, in restaurants, I don't believe that anybody in India has that kind of logistics network. So coming back to again maintaining that bottom line thing, because we are doing it on mass scale, we are exporting to 40 countries. We have franchise in 14 different countries, so we can maintain that inventory of onions and tomatoes and all those vegetables that is required in a cold chain kind of setup. We can get the desired licenses, like we have a US FDA license. We export to New Zealand, which is one of the most difficult geographies to export. Right. So we can do that kind of forecasting and inventory management, which can help us to tackle the prices. So let's say last year tomato prices were 200 rupees per kg. So at that time, if I ask some franchisee that okay, I'm giving you a recipe and make sambar for me, so I don't think that anybody would be able to sustain in this market. But the kind of prices that I have purchased in, so I can bear that shock, and I'll make sure that shock doesn't passes on to my franchisee. So both on the quality aspect and the cost aspect, I'm covering him. Right? And then there are extrinsic factor like socio-economic factor or the demographics where the restaurant is located. So that is something we pre-launch we do recce and finalize it. So yeah, that is how we have been helping, and that is why we have been rapidly expanding. So
Fantastic. That's a fantastic story. We must get more about it offline because, of course, in panel we can't go for too long. So, Dr. Sukhsagar, tell us what are the beauty trends that you're witnessing in the market today, and what are your plans of expanding? How are you planning? I mean, you cannot be split into different parts. So, how are you going to expand?
The trends that I am noticing is that people are now, like I said, they are increasingly getting more and more conscious about their looks, all age groups, right? Again, I would say that because of the selfie culture, because of the pictures they have to take, so they are becoming more and more aware of their looks, and also they are more and more conscious about the quality of the products which they are using. Of course, there are some negatives about social media because of which, like certain products which are shown on Instagram falsely okay, with one sitting you get this kind of results. People do follow that blindly somehow, but it is, I feel, we take it as a responsibility being doctors to educate people. That's why we use social media to educate people, like about the quality products, right? And also, I would say that just what do you say? Sorry, I'm having a little blackout. So those are the trends which have been lately being followed all over the world, and this beauty industry, this skin industry. I mean, this is really growing to another fold. I mean, people are really investing into this now, and investing like into quality products, I would say.
What are your expansion plans? How are you expanding?
So, like you said, I mean, I can't be multiplied. So, what I try to do is, I mean, I try anybody who shows interest, first of all, I try to read the passion in them, first of all. Either they are doctors themselves, or of course we have to hire a doctor for that particular clinic. I mean, I don't want it to run like a salon. Okay, talking about the trends, I mean, so people do not want a face treatment in a salon anymore. So if you see, like most of the salons will have written cosmetology clinic along with it, right? So, but the sadly the quality is poor because they have just shifted from normal facials to the medifacials, right? So we try to maintain that, and in expansion, I would have one doctor at every center. So the 3 franchises which we have already worked, so those doctors, the one which is going to open soon, those doctors come to my center for a month-long training plus their staff. So we fully train them, because skincare is something which is learned with lots of years of experience. It's not something which is written in the books, and there is no formal education actually. Even though I'm an MD, but still in no MD or specialization we are talked about lasers, fillers or Botox, right? So we basically, it's learned out of experience, it learns out years of experience. So we hand over that and do hand holding till they are confident to run the center themselves.
Fantastic. But your products will be available everywhere, right?
Yes, they would be available everywhere.
I'll open the floor for questions for 5 minutes if anyone has. Otherwise, the questions can be taken offline as well.
Hello. My question is regarding the unfair practices that are going on in the food industry as well as in everywhere. For example, if we talk about food, especially, we do have the FSSAI license that is generally being given to everyone. And then we talk about premium products. How does a common man know what is exactly premium? Because every word, every premium word can be trademarked and can be used in the package itself. And same goes for cosmetics as well as for retail. How can a common man understand what is exactly premium? How do we educate them? Because right now there is no governing body who works on this, but I think it is up to us, the founders, that we have to educate people what exactly premium is. What are your views over this?
I'll take from the food industry perspective. So I do agree, yes, anyone and everyone can get a FSI license. But when I talk about a brand like which is running from 45 years, and people are really crazy. So at least from the place where it has gone, people are like really crazy over it. And then I say that yes, there is certain degree of quality that they are maintaining. From the local, retail perspective, I would say that if at all you're buying something like packaged food, you should always go for the labeling, the kind of licenses they have. And I would recommend never go for a cheap item, because I don't say that cheap items are not good, but definitely in food industry, like, nobody can, feed you from their pockets. At some point of time, if they are in business, they're there to earn profit. And so for example, I'll just give you an example. So if you go to buy paneer, so you'll get somewhere around 240, 250 rupees kg also, and you will get for 400, 450 rupees kg also. And then if you study about milk industry, that India is producing somewhere around 5 lakh liters of milk, and and if you combine the milk and the curd and buttermilk and paneer, so the figure will come somewhere around 8 lakh liter per day. So that 3 lakh delta, so that is somewhere, you know, which is not good or, you know, adulterated. Right? So one thing, never go for a cheap thing. I don't say that cheap thing will be bad, but yes, there are very strong chances that those can be adulterated. If at all you are going for packaged thing, so you should read the labels, the kind of, are there any chemicals used? So especially that in food industry for ready to eat food that the you know, ambient temperature food wherein you use hot water. So there are a lot of stabilizing agents that are being used. I would suggest don't go for that. And wherever possible, use frozen food. They're as good as fresh. There are no chemicals involved. Just look for the certifications. And rest assured, food industry is very risky for the owners also. Their name is everything. If at all the name goes bad, if the name is bad in the market, trust me, the kind of response. So if at all you look back somewhere around 2014, I guess, the kind of response Maggie saw. So the kind of bottom line and top line that that individual product hit for Nestle, so that was humongous. So no person operating out of food industry will ever, you know, at least if they're giving you quality food, will try to, you know, cheat their customer, if at all they're charging any premium for that. So yes, look for premium, look for labels, and rest assured, if at all you find the kind of content or everything is satisfactory, corporate governance these days in food industry is very high, extremely high.
So in our industry also, like you said, rightly said, I mean, there are a lot of now quacks, lot of people who are into this industry because it's a very fast growing market. So I always educate people on the fact that in skin also there is no magic. If you see something on Instagram, okay, in 1 second the girl is, having a bad skin acne, and in one treatment it's gone. Or in one treatment you have that bright, glowy skin. It's not possible. I mean, do not believe in it. So this is what I educate people. Skincare is like exercise. It takes time. Number two, I always tell them that it's very easy to Google a doctor's name. You will have their degrees right then. I mean, why would you go to somebody who do not displays those degrees and all that? And number three, it's very easy to Google the brands they are using, the machines they are using, the laser machines they are using. So, like, it is very, very simple these days. But yes, people do get carried away seeing those sudden results, which are generally steroids and all those things applied on the skin, which later really harm it. So we do try to educate people regarding that.
Hi, can I add something? So, I think as a founder, responsibility of a founder in this would be to put out the transparency of the content behind. You know, you gotta see. So, like how podcast is there today, and people are putting out on that right content. So if you want to sell premium, you have got to show your back end. You've got to show the actual structure that is happening to make the product, to sell the product, the reviews that are coming in. And if there's a brand that is very okay in keeping everything transparent and then claiming premium, I would say you should choose that over any other brand saying premium. So content and transparency, I think is the summarized version of premiumness. And I take it because how we were doing it, I used to tell people that my products are premium because the kind of material we were using. But until I came out with the back end story, which is the real factor, which was that I come from a manufacturing background. My family has been manufacturing products for Hugo Boss, for Zara, for international brands from last 40, 45 years. And so it was my majburi to make premium product because that is all what my employees knew how to make. But until and unless I showed them that back end, I showed them the facts about it, like how ma'am said that you can Google everything. So I mean, you got to educate customers, and customers also need to educate themselves before they choose someone over someone who claims premium and who's actually premium. So yeah, internet has made everything very easy, but you just got to know what right question to ask, and Google will give you that, or internet would give you that. So yeah, I think that's the right way to go ahead on.